products on the market. And that's why we talk about these issues about dynamics of the environment affecting businesses. And one of the dynamics is that. Because now these days, a lot of people were so concerned about our health. Yeah? Just wake up around 4 a.m. and go to entertainment. You really understand it. Why are really people bothering themselves instead of resting and they're busy here jogging in the morning? People are so concerned about health. And that's one of the reasons even when we're buying things, we are also very conscious about reading the ingredients. That's why you find people in the shop there, busy reading. What is it comprised of? When back then, it wasn't even an issue. Just pick things and put them in the trolley. We wouldn't even mind what we're eating. Yeah, but now people have become more conscious because diseases are coming from nowhere. As we are saying, diabetes is being hit even by people that are even children. So because of that, we are always conscious about the things we're buying. So even myself, even if I'm getting a juice or something from my daughter, I'm always conscious in terms of the sugar levels. Yeah? Because even these normal juices, if she's getting it at school, we'll add some water. Try to sort of dilute it because we feel that maybe there's too much sugar in it. Yeah. So these are things that we are always conscious about. And these days, most of the juices that we feel like they are good, it's not good just because they really sound nice. It's just the sugar content. It's what makes it. It's simply sweet. And it makes it nice because it's simply what? Sweet. Yeah. I mean, you ever tasted this drink, what's it called? Fruticana. Yeah, when you look at it, it's useless. All of it is just sugar content. Yeah, yes, it's guava there, it's just the flavor, but most of it is the sugar. What makes it sweet is actually the sugar itself.
And then when you dilute it, you won't feel the same taste.
Yeah, so she's a child, so she wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah.
Because an adult will know the difference because you have tasted it before, but ever since she goes to school, we normally just, but we normally give them this cereals, the one in the box juices, right? Yeah, just put it in the bottle. So with those ones, if it's an apple juice or a grape or whatever, because she usually likes apple, so she needs to just put water. So half of it is juice, half of it is water.
That's too much.
But she still finishes everything in school.
I think now she's just used.
So
when even if she goes up, she still wants it like that.
Exactly. So that's our point. Conditioning to a point that she should get used to it. That even at the time where she drinks it pure, she should feel it like, this is too sweet for me. Yeah? Because now we are used to that. Yeah. So sugar content. Yeah, so people are really cautious about health. These days, even in terms of the fat content, people are concerned about it. That's why we have margarine, that's what we say, it's 10% fat, it's less cholesterol, something like that, all those sorts of things. Yeah? Lean meat, and meat that is just like a chunk, but a small level. Yeah, but the reason is just to simply reduce in terms of the cholesterol. So we are more cautious. Yeah, so I was saying the last one was, I think I did finish the last one, isn't it? I said VORI, so we mentioned about the variable, rare, immutable, and the last one is simply organized. So the issue is concerning how do you organize your resources. So usually, depending on the blend, or depending on the combination that you have made, so the combination may also create a competitive advantage. Yeah. So remember, I did say that the synergy concept says that 1 + 1 is equal to 3. But to get this combination of 1 + 1 is something that is not easy to do because it depends on how we have combined our what? Our resources. So we have the cameras, we have the projectors, we have the people. It's a combination of resources. By combining those resources, we create something that can also give us an upper hand. So that combination itself is not every organization they have the same combination. Get it? That's what we're basically trying to explain. Okay, so continue where it says and its rivals. You also had short note. Okay, so continue. We're saying that these people, we have to continue on that statement where we're saying the aim of this strategy, but now I don't know how we're going to continue.
After the resource strategy, under the resource strategy.
Yes, under the resource strategy. Somewhere you wrote that the aim, there, that one. Yes, done, yes. So we're trying to continue from there because all those things I was just trying to elaborate.
Oh, right.
Okay, and I was saying these people will have a wider and deeper range of skills. Deeper range of skills. That will maximize their contribution towards the organization. That will maximize their contribution towards the organization.
Their contribution to what?
Towards the organization. First I continue. However, the organization attracts such people by being the employer of choice. What does it mean by that? Employer of choice. Yes, that's
the people are wider and deeper range of skills that will maximize their contribution towards the organization.
I want the last part.
You just want the last part.
We were saying that the organization attracts such people by being the employer of choice.
Okay. I guess for an employee to choose you, you need to have certain things that have to be the employee to be attracted to.
I like it. 100%. Why should people choose the investment? There should be something special that you're offering. So resourcing is not just a matter of getting people, but what we're saying, what are you also doing to make sure that you are an employer of choice? People should be attracted to apply jobs for that particular organization. Okay. Why, if we put a vacancy of ShopRite here and we put another vacancy of WHO, and if you are asked to choose which organization are you going to pick, why would you go for WHO and not ShopRite? Well, yet both of these are organizations. Both of these will be giving you a salary. Both of these will give you a job. So that's what we're looking at in terms of employer of choice. Okay. So it means also as an organization we have a role to play in terms of resourcing, in terms of ourselves. How do we make ourselves look attractive in the eyes of potential candidates? Those people that want to apply jobs. Not only that, but again, being an employer of choice, it means those people that are already working for that particular organization may not even want to leave it. I was chatting with this other guy one of the days, saying that, you know what, if I had an opportunity to get into the UN, I don't think I'll ever leave until I retire. Why? Because I feel that, more opportunities are there as opposed to in other organizations. The UN opportunities are always there to advance. So they are an employer of choice because basically of the opportunities that are existing and also the preference that they give, especially for someone who already has expertise or has worked in a UN organization. Yeah? Any questions? Okay, a paragraph. The resourcing strategy determines. The resourcing strategy determines the number of people needed in each function. One, the number of people needed in each function. Function meaning department. Yeah? Number two, the place to find them. Number three, the things needed to develop or extend their skill base. Develop or extend their skill base. Another issue is to identify people with potential and abilities. So what we're saying is that the resourcing strategy needs to consider all this. That in terms of the number of people, where are we going to find them, but also what should we do in terms of whether training or development which is needed to extend people's skill base. Apart from that, we are saying that we should also look at the people that we have and see the ones that have potential and those also that have the ability to do certain things. Okay? So there are certain people that are trainable, some people they are not. What they know is what they know, they end there. Okay? And we have some people that can also be flexible, or they have the potential simply to grasp new information. Okay? Then the next one is what we're talking about as scenario planning. You make me feel like there's nothing that I'm doing.
No.
In 2 minutes you're up. become the coach?
Yeah,
Huh?
yes.
Very much.
For my coach has an academy.
Hello?
An academy. My coach, she has an academy for next generation. That's it. So I call it about the fundamental. Not that I'm a certified coach. I guess.
Yeah, but that means you're going to that direction slowly. I guess you're good with the kids then. If you gives you that opportunity, it means you should be good.
Kids are fun.
Pardon?
Kids are fun.
Oh yeah. Oh
Because
boy.
we leave them at like old people. Coaching someone who's already like won't
Grown up.
say, I know what I do.
Yeah, I understand. It's different. Yeah.
So if kids, you tell them, roll the ball, they'll do exactly that.
So for you and others, you'll be asking all sorts of questions. Why? Why should we do that? Okay, scenario planning. So under that heading on scenario planning, I hope you're following because it's coming on the diagram, right?
Yeah.
That scenario planning is described as an approach. It's an approach of thinking about the future in broad terms. In broad terms, based upon an analysis of the likely changes.
Analysis of what?
An analysis of the likely changes. The likely changes in the internal and external environment. As I explained it, why you can come with scenario 1 and 2 as I said that time. First of all, the aim is to obtain a better understanding of the possible situation that may have to be dealt with in the future. So it sort of like gives us a glimpse. Yeah? What do we have to deal with in the future? Why do we know about the future? Because sometimes people say history repeats itself, but also the environment follows a specific what? Trend. Yeah, focuses on a specific pattern, isn't it? Yeah. When this happens, this is what happens. Yeah. So basically, you find that that's why people say history repeats itself, because when you look at some of the changes that are happening in the market, they do follow a specific trend. So when forex shortages hit the market, then what happens? You find that immediately the money value drops down, the price of the commodity increases. Yeah? So they do focus on a specific trend. So it all starts, the indicator starts, first of all, we look at fuel shortages, and we see that, there's been some commodities, their availability on the market, it's scarce, then you just know that, okay, we're having problems of forex. The next thing, then you see prices are increasing. Okay? So these are things that, again, can also help us to have a picture about how the future will be like. But also the prices of the commodity now can also tell you about how the prices will be in the near future. Yeah? So it means you have to be looking at that. There will be a possibility that you have to also increase in terms of the prices of the commodities, because you are looking at in terms of the market trends. Okay? now estimating the demand and supply forecasting. The demand and supply forecasting. We can just say estimating demand or supply. That's all. So how do we forecast? Yeah. So first of all, start with demand. Then we'll look at supply. How do we forecast? Okay, let's start with the demand forecasting. Let's explain that one. Let's define what it is. Demand forecasting is a process. Is a process by which the organization determines the number of people. The organization determines the number of people, their skills and competences required. Let's go. Their skills and competences required. So what we are looking at is how can we forecast? So we normally listen to news and people say giving weather forecast. Sometimes it's just a prediction. Yeah. So the same also even in an organization, we're saying that we can predict or we can forecast in terms of how many people we need, what are their skills that we need in the future, but also in terms of their level of competence. So what techniques can we use to forecast? Number one is managerial or expert judgment. Managerial or expert judgment. So already judging by the technique title, you already know that it has a short. Why? Because these are personal what? Judgment. Yeah. You wake up in the morning, like I did. It was very cold. I just looked outside. I said, no, but I need to take a jacket. Yeah. But little did I know that now you can see the sun. The sun. Yeah. So that's why I'm saying judgment can be sometimes wrong or right. Yeah. But sometimes you find that if you're right, then well and good. Yeah. But sometimes it can be like a normal gut feeling. Yeah. I feel like today is going to be a good day. Find out, it's really a good day. Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes, depending also with your day-to-day activities, you understand how things are done within the organization. You might just feel to say, no, I think we are facing a problem in terms of we have shortage in terms of employees. Or maybe we feel like, no, there are few people that are running around, so it means that we have to increase even in terms of our human resource. So that one can be termed as a managerial or an expert judgment. Yeah. So someone might maybe just look at to say, if already people are overloaded with work now, so what would the future be like? Yeah? And if we're saying that we are expanding as a business, it doesn't need a rocket science for someone now to tell you that it means we need extra people. Yeah? It's just a judgment that you can make. It's just a simple guesswork. Yeah? That if currently people are already complaining that they have a lot of work and the organization has increased, it has grown, what it means is that those people that were already overloaded will still have more again. Yeah? So that already gives you a picture to say we need basically to have more people. What do you think would be the benefit? I want to talk about the drawback. What do you think will be the advantage of this one? this way you're using your own guess rate, your own judgment. What would be that then?
Yes. If your judgments are true, it will work. Meaning, whatever that you were assuming, you. No, I don't know.
You're still using judgment. Guessing.
Not giving.
It's not giving. It's not coming out like it used to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I said with extra judgment, the drawback is because it's just guesswork. So you find that sometimes you can be right, sometimes you can also be wrong. But also with the other advantage that you can look at it, because it's just an opinion on a guesswork, it means arriving at that decision is faster. Yeah, because I mean you're just guessing. So you arrive at a decision much faster. Because you're not depending on, you don't need a lot of information to make your final decision or your final judgment. So in that way we're looking at that, it's quite effective because you're able to make a decision fast. Yeah. The only problem is that it is two ways. You can either be right or you can also be what? You can also be wrong. Another methodology is the racial trend analysis.
Under demand focusing.
Yes, we are still under demand forecasting.
Racial demand.
Racial trend. So on the ratio, we are simply looking at, you have done statistics a little bit, you understand the ratios?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, fine. So, assumption is that, okay, let's look at that, okay, we have 20 employees, and these 20 employees help us to produce 1,000 units of whatever product. Yeah? And this has been the trend. If we get to a point where the organization is growing and the demand has increased to 2,000, already here mathematically, you can see that as an organization, it means we have to also change in terms of the number of the what? Because you are looking at the ratio. The ratio is 20 to 1,000. Okay? So it means if we're increasing here, it means we have to also increase in terms of the number. So that's what we are saying. You look at the trend. How many people have we been having? And depending on the fluctuations of the human resource, how was it having an impact on the output? Because this may not always be the case that it has been like that every time you have 20, you have more. But you can look at it, okay, because you're talking about trend. You can say, okay, maybe you're starting from the year 2000, yeah? And you're looking at all these years, yeah? To date, yeah? The 2000, 2001, 2003, and all the years up to date, you are able to still come up with ratios and see that, okay, every time your employees fluctuate, you find that again, even in terms of the output, is also what? Fluctuating. So this can give you an indication. It means that already that the number of employees have a direct impact on the productivity. Because employees are part of the variable what? Cost, right? Yes. Variable. Yeah, because in production, or when you're talking about production, we basically have two types of costs. We have the fixed cost and we have the variable what? All these two costs affect in terms of the output. But you'll find that this one is directly proportional to the what? To the output. One of it is not just the human resource, you're also talking about even in terms of raw materials. If you purchase less raw materials, don't expect to get more in terms of the output. So you cannot have 10 raw materials and then have 20 in terms of output. Yeah? I'm just giving that as an example. That's the picture. So it's the same way that we're also talking about the human resource. because it's the people that are doing the work. So you don't expect that 20 people will give you more, but 19 will give you more than what 20 people will give you, because it has to be directly proportional. So that's what we're basically trying to say, is that you can look at what has been the trend over the years. And when you increase people, what does it happen? It's possible that also sometimes when you increase the people, instead of production increasing, you find that production is reducing. It's also possible. Because now, because there are too many people, maybe now they are having too many idle time, they are chatting too much, at the end of the day, they are affecting even in terms of productivity. It could be that again, you can also look at and say, okay, but these 20 people, what sort of skills do they possess that makes them to come up with 1,000 products at a time? In a month or in a week? Yeah? It could be that again they have maybe certain skills where other people do not have. It could be that again you're increasing the number, but the skills, they're not even there. That's why you're finding that maybe in terms of the output is what? It's dropping. Yeah, so those are issues that you can also look at to say what has been the trend over what? So that can also help us to forecast in terms of the demand that, okay, looking at the current situation, it means we need to increase in terms of our employment. It might be that because some people have left, not necessarily because the output has changed or the demand for the product has changed on the market, but it could be that again also some people have left and they're looking at that, okay, if by minimum we have to produce this number of products and we're saying that our employees are reduced or some people have left, what it means is that we will not be able to meet the what? The demand. Think about products that are natural monopolies. Like sugar. I find that there's one company who's basically there's another just now. Salima. But it means that they are only basically two. But when you look at the local sugar company, it's a company that has been there for ages. So it's naturally a monopoly. So there's no close substitute for sugar. Although people talk about honey, but we say,
I don't think so.
It doesn't taste awful. It tastes like something else. So we can always look at it and say, okay, for Malawi as a country, in a month, how many barrels of sugar do we need to produce? So those are things that again you need to consider, and then you're looking at, okay, in terms of your employees, do you have the capacity to produce that particular number? It's because you're looking at the demand for the what? For the product. So the demand for the product is what will help you to determine in terms of how much you should basically also produce. Okay? Number 3 is the work study techniques. So work study techniques, what you are simply paying attention to is to try and understand the processes involved. So it could be production processes. You are studying in terms of the workflow, how is it done. But also if you understand those processes, what we are also looking at is in that particular process, what is the time factor? Because by studying the time is what will also tell you whether the process has to be cut or there are some steps that need to be what? Removed. Or you are looking at that, okay, at what stage is it very slow? And which department is concerned with that? So it means it can also help you to give you focus to say at what particular process or at what stage, in which department do we need maybe to increase in terms of human capacity. So you go to the hospital, you find that a lot of patients are waiting. So who is slow? Is it the doctor? Is it someone who is checking the vitals? Is it someone who is in the pharmacy? Because you understand the processes involved is what will also help you to know in terms of the time being taken, but also looking at which particular department or at which particular step do we need to improve. Okay? So if we're saying that no, we are slow at the vitals, it means, we need to increase another person who will be checking the what? The vitals. Intention is that you want to boost so that the process becomes what? Faster. So what are we talking about in terms of speeding up the time? What we are looking at faster is simply that we're looking at in terms of the what? The time. So just the same way with the banks. You find that sometimes when you're in a long queue, sometimes you find that the security guard officer will come and say, no, all of you guys starting from here, can you come here? Yeah, because they are looking at that, maybe on this particular chain, this person is overwhelmed. Why don't we switch? Let's take these customers and bring them to another chain. Yeah. What we are looking at there is because you're looking at the time, you're looking at the time that the customers are spending on the line, and you're looking at in terms of the processes that are run to the bank. So that's why even in the tailors, you have someone dealing with the withdrawals, somebody dealing with what? Deposits. Because you're looking at that each one of them are different. Because if all of them are being dealt by one person, then you find that one queue will be stagnant because someone maybe is making a withdrawal and you need to confirm, and then it's also taking what? Time. Yeah. So that's why hence the demarcation or hence the segmentation in terms of the customer needs. Okay. So you can study in terms of the work study techniques. That's one way of also helping us to forecast in terms of the. The last one, number 4, is forecasting skill and competence requirements.
Focusing skill and
competence requirements. So again, this one is just the same as managerial expert, but simply that here we are looking at things that or changes in the environment that can have an impact on the organization. And usually these are to do with the information technology. Okay? Yes. So based on the changes of technology, the coming in of new technology, computerized manufacturing, you're simply looking at the organization to say, now, do we have people that have the right skills and competences to undertake such kind of technology? Okay? Yeah. So there you can also focus in terms of the skill and competences that are needed, depending on your careful analysis of the changes of the environment. But we are usually referring to ICT because that is the core. That when you look at most organizations, for us to work, we are also depending on what? Information communication technology. Okay? Any questions so far? Why? Nothing at all. Okay. So I guess for today, take a pause from there. Is that okay?
yeah, thank you. See you next week.
Finish it.
I'm not finished yet. Just that I forget sometimes
That you have a class?
that I'm in class.
Oh, your mind is one way. So, what do you want to is maximum. Yeah. Okay, when I get the group, maybe let me just write and see if people are not available, that's fine. And if people are available, yes, some people are available. Actually, I have one, I'm in the person where I am, so it means I'm only waiting for your one call. Yeah, alright. Show me the yeah, I'm just not like playing.
Magazine over there. Yes, it is more. You go, brother.
Is it?
No.
Bye.